Welcome to GOA365 English News Bulletin. I am Brian Sequera and these are the headlines. The assembly election war is slowly gathering pace, with political parties busy targeting their rivals and scoring brownie points at each other's expense. India reports over 1.71 lakh fresh COVID-19 cases, 1,008 deaths in the last 24 hours, a 6.8% rise in daily cases compared to yesterday. Goa records 618 cases, 9 deaths. 2022 Assembly elections sees 35% of seats in the Assembly contested by 7 families, an astonishing figure when taken with a crore prati MLAs. And now for the news in detail. The state 2022 Assembly elections have seen a chaotic run-up to the polls, with candidates switching parties even a day before the final date of filing nominations. However, even more interesting is that this time around 35% of seats in the Assembly are being contested by 7 families. Here's more on this story.
Goa, being a small state with a fairly small population, is seeing prominent politicians now trying to influence entire talukas. Out of the 40 seats in the Assembly, 14 seats are now being contested by families. The Congress, BJP and TMC are all fielding families. The BJP, which flaunts its one ticket, one family, is fielding 2 families, while the Congress is fielding Michael Lobo and his wife. The TMC too is fielding 2 families, while Chandrakant Babu Kavlekar, who is contesting on a BJP ticket, is helping his wife contest as an independent. This time, 14 out of 40 Assembly seats are being contested by 7 families. The Congress, BJP and TMC are all fielding 1 to 2 families in multiple constituencies. The BJP that flaunts its one family, one ticket rule has surprisingly fielded 2 families, the Ranes and Montserrats, from 4 constituencies. While both Babush and Vishwajit are political heavyweights, they have been now trying to expand their influence. The Congress has fielded 1 family, the Lobos, from neighbouring constituencies. Michael Lobo joined the Congress after quitting the BJP just 2 months from elections. Michael is a heavyweight politician from the tourism belt who has tried to establish influence on the neighbouring constituencies. The new political entrant, the TMC too, has fielded 2 families, the Alemaus and Khandolkars. Churchill, who was earlier the sole NCP MLA, quit the party to join the TMC after its entry into the state just 6 months prior to elections. Churchill Alemau is now fielding his daughter Valanka Alemau from neighbouring Naveli constituency, while he himself will be contesting from Benaulim, while the Khandolkars will be contesting from Aldona and Tivim. Veteran political party MGP2 is fielding 2 brothers from the same family, the Dhawlikars. Ramkrishna Sudin Dhawlikar, who claims that MGP helped BJP form the government in 2017, is now in an alliance with the TMC. Meanwhile, Chandrakant Babu Kavlekar, who is contesting on a BJP ticket from Kepe, is fielding his wife from neighbouring constituency Sangay as an independent after failing to secure a BJP ticket. Here's a list of candidates from 7 families contesting for 14 seats in the upcoming 2022 state elections. Vishwajit Rane from Valpoi, Devia Rane from Porye, Atanasio Montserrat from Panjim, Jennifer Montserrat from Talegaon, Michael Lobo from Kalangut, Delilah Lobo from Shiolim, Churchill Alemau from Benaulim, Valanka Alemau from Navelim, Kiran Khandolkar from Aldona, Kavita Khandolkar from Tivim, Chandrakant Kavlekar from Kepe, Savitri Kavlekar from Sangay. Subhashish Govekar for GOA365 from Panjim.
India reported over 1.71 lakh fresh COVID-19 cases and 1,008 deaths in the last 24 hours, a 6.8% rise in daily cases compared to yesterday. Goa meanwhile recorded 618 new cases and 9 deaths in the last 24 hours. Here's more.
India reported over 1.71 lakh new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, a rise of 6.8%. The country had been observing a dip in daily cases for the past few days. However, deaths in the country has been fairly high, with the country reporting over 1,000 deaths in the span of 24 hours. 1,71,433 fresh COVID-19 cases reported in the last 24 hours. Over 1,000 deaths reported in the span of 24 hours. Rise of 6.8% in daily COVID-19 cases compared to yesterday. Goa meanwhile has been reporting under 1,000 cases for a week now with a positivity rate hover around 20%. Although the cases are on a decline, deaths in the state have been fairly high. The State Health Ministry has been urging citizens to get vaccinated as the data and the statistics shows that unvaccinated persons have a higher chance of succumbing to the virus. Bureau Report GOA365.
BJP has hit out at Michael Lobo over his allegations, saying the BJP government is run by a person behind the curtains and not the chief minister. Michael is scared as he is going to get exposed for what he has done after BJP comes to power, it said, challenging Lobo to disclose the name of the person who is supposed to be running the government.
BJP spokesperson Urfan Mullah asked Michael as to why he was silent when he was minister in ruling BJP and why he was accusing the party that some person behind the curtains is running the party. He also slammed Congress higher-ups for taking Michael Lobo in the party, saying that they had earlier criticized him of drugs, prostitution, etc. Urfan also alleged Michael has also duped many leaders on promises of Congress ticket. Listen to what Urfan had to say.
कितलीशी प्रेस कॉन्फरन्सान जी आसा हे गार्बेज मंत्र्याक सांगला की कलंगुटान हो जेन्ना मंत्री आसलो तेन्ना कशे भाशेन प्रॉस्टिट्यूशन ड्रग्स लँड ग्रॅबिंग हे कशे जे आसा वाडत जे आसा चललेले आनी आज तेच मंत्र्याक जे आसा हे काँग्रेस जी पार्टी आसा तेणे जे आसा तेका आनी तेजे जे आसा बायलेक जे आसा टिकेट दिली फाटले 3-4 प्रेस कॉन्फरन्सां जे तुमी आमी पयली जायत तो सांगता की भारतीय जनता पार्टीची जी सरकार आसा एका गोंयचो कोण तरी जे आसा पणटी घालून कुर्ता घालून जो आसा कोण जो आसा फाटल्यान बर्ड्याचे फाटल्यान आसा आनी तो जो आसा गोंयची जी आसा ही सरकार चलयता म्हणून ह्या मंत्र्याक हेजे जिबेक जे आसा अजून ते नांव घेवपाची जे आसा कापसतात ना ह्या मनशान हो फोटींग मनीस आणि आयज त्या रेजिनाला हाडून त्याचा फडान घेतलो तो आरोग्य जो आसा तारक म्हापसान तेका हाणें सांगलें की आपूण तुका काँग्रेसीची तिकेट दिता म्हणून तेका हाडून फडान घेतलो हेणे आपले कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन फक्त प्रॉस्टिट्यूशन ड्रग्स हे कशें वाडप हेजेरूच जे आसा लँड ग्रॅबिंग कशें करप हे हेणे फक्त जे आसा केल्ले कडेन आसा हेका आमी चॅलेंज करता की तूं परतून जे कितें सांगता तो पणटी घालून कोण आसा पळय न्हू तेजे तुवें नांव जे आसा डिस्क्लोज करचें म्हणून आनी कोण संघ आनी पक्षाच्या संघटनाक लागून जो मनीस कोण काम करता आमकां तेजो अभिमान आसा.
Sandeep Tuekar for Goa 365 from Margao.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The assembly election war is intensifying as the polls are coming close. Political parties are busy targeting their rivals and scoring brownie points at each other's expense.
Surely independent candidate Savio Almeida started his campaigning in full swing. Keep those persons out who have done nothing and destroyed Surely for the last 17 years, Savio said.
Problem leader solve korina with the help of the government, with the department. Zale kon kottalo. He is busy with his own work. Still today you see people are suffering and crying. And here je amka bagan janna ami canvassing ang वयतात problem म्हणटा ते लोकांचे small problems. People are very good in Sholem constituency. व्हडली प्रॉब्लमां नात. उदीक, light, रस्तो आणि job. These are the 4 topmost people want. And this आमच्या लिडरांचें जपत दिवंक जायना जाल्यार आमी आनी leader कित्याक जाय.
Kalangud AAP candidate Sudesh Maikar announced his manifesto. Watch.
Provide financial support to taxi drivers and so on. हेजो मिनिंग म्हटल्यार फार्मर आयज जो हे आमी इंट्रोड्यूस केल्ले कालांगूट ग्रोईंग ग्रीना अंडर तेज्या अंडर आमी फुल कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी ट्रॅक्टर बियो सारें हार्वेस्टिंग मशीन प्लस एवरी इयर क्रॉप वर्साच्या 12 महिने क्रॉप कशे काडचे आणि एग्रीकल्चर कुड बी वन ऑफ द सोर्स ऑफ इनकम फॉर द पीपल ऑफ कालांगूट कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी.
The Shiv Sena is slowly gearing up its electioneering. Shiv Sena opened the election office of his Vasco candidate Maruti Shergaonkar. Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut was present on the occasion.
एक आमचे ऑफिस ओपन करून आम्ही BJP आमची जी विरोधी पार्टी आसा तेका एक स्ट्रॉंग मेसेज दिल्ली आसा आणि आमचे एक प्लॅन आसा की जे गरीब लोक आसा तेच्या भरपूर काम करपाचें आमचें एक उमेद आसा.
आम्ही एवढं सांगू की वास्कोमध्ये जे आता आमचे उमेदवार आहेत मारुती शिरगावकर हा एक सामान्य माणूस आहे. हा एक चांगला कार्यकर्ता आहे. ज्याला वास्कोतल्या प्रश्नांची चांगली माहिती आहे. तुम्ही एकदा शिवसेनेला गोव्यात संधी देऊन पहा. म्हणजे हे सगळं चालू आहे ना इकडे तिकडे लोकांचं 24 तासात पक्ष बदलण्याचं हे आम्ही बंद करू.
Sandeep Kamulkar and Hiru Mahale for GOA365 from Anjana and Vasco.
Congress on Wednesday criticized BJP government on issues like mining and coal. Congress said BJP maligned Congress image when in opposition, leveling allegation of mining and coal scam. However, BJP deceived people of Goa when they came to power at both state and centre on these issues. Meanwhile, Congress has come under criticism by AAP in war over personal allegations.
जेन्ना रस्त्यार मरताले लोकांक लागून हांवें इतल्यो केसीस घेतल्या म्हणजे तेन्ना तुगे आशिल्लो कोविडा टायमार जेन्ना नाविली भोंवताले लोकांक जेवण राशन दिवपाक तेन्ना म्हज्या कॅरेक्टराचेर कित्याक उलोवना.
AAP Navilim candidate and Vice President Pratima Coutinho slammed Congress candidate Avirtan Futardo for levelling personal allegations against her. Pratima alleged Avirtano passed derogatory remarks against her. Pratima broke down while criticizing Avirtano.
प्रतिमा तकलेन सुटला. प्रतिमा खबर ना ते कितें उलयता ते तकलेन हल्ला म्हणटा तो. प्रतिमा खंय सकाळी एक आनी रातचे एक खंय. प्रतिमाचो कॅरेक्टर सांगपाचो गरज ना खंय सगळ्यांक खबर आसा खंय. बाब आवार्थान I'm really feeling ashamed that we had a MLA who was representing us, an ex-BJP minister who does not know to respect a woman. We have to put these dirty guys who don't respect a woman, and this is why we need a change. We want clean politics. We want Aam Aadmi Party who respects women. And Avartan, first time people of Goa are seeing Pratima crying. After doing so much of work for the people of Goa and Goans, you have come on my character yesterday. If I was, you have said that character nashilli bail thi sir. Sakani ek, rache ek. जेन्ना रस्त्यार मरताले लोकांक लागून हांवें इतल्यो केसीस घेतल्या म्हणजे तेन्ना तुगे आशिल्लो कोविडा टायमार जेन्ना नाविली भोंवताले लोकांक जेवण राशन दिवपाक तेन्ना म्हज्या कॅरेक्टराचेर कित्याक उलोवना. येस, I am telling the people of Goa, especially in Navili, these people who don't know to respect a woman, who are coming at this level, please see this what's happening. They don't have any right to get your votes, and especially माझे 50% जे नाविलीच्यो भयण्यो आसा. तुमकांय सांगता इतलें काम करून म्हाका रिस्पेक्ट करपाक कळना जाल्यार तुमकां आनी कितें दारांत रिस्पेक्ट दितलें म्हूण देव बरें करूं.
Congress came down heavily on BJP and Chief Minister with the failure to restart mining despite promising this every 6 months. The Congress also questioned about the recovery of 35,000 crore rupees from the mining scam as alleged by BJP. The Congress also accused BJP of turning Goa into coal hub. Congress national spokesperson Randeep Surjewala said,
The self-styled Chota Modi Pramod Sawant on 1st February 2022 again said mining will restart in 6 months. But let me remind that on April 19, 2019 also, he made the same statement, mining will restart in 6 months. After that, 4 phases of 6 months have expired, but nothing happened. This is the same Bharatiya Janata Party that tried to malign the Congress government, just like they did for the so-called non-existent coal scam in Delhi. And they said, oh, so much has happened, we will recover for 50,000 crore, we will recover 35,000 crore. BJP wants to convert Goa, and I want to warn my friends, brothers and sisters of Goa, into a coal transit hub. For hum do, hamare do, not for the Goans.
Irshad Sheikh for GOA365 from Panaji.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now for the weather. The dry weather prevailed over the entire state yesterday and is expected to continue for the next 5 days starting February 3. Today's temperatures are likely to hover around 30 degrees Celsius and 19 degrees Celsius respectively. Skies will remain mainly clear today, turning partly cloudy toward the late afternoon and evening. There is no weather warning for fishermen issued for today.
Yesterday was cooler than expected as both maximum and minimum temperatures were recorded below normal, with maximum recorded at 30.8 degrees Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius below normal, and minimum registered at 19.6 degrees Celsius, 1 degree Celsius below normal. Minimum temperatures will gradually fall by around 2 degrees Celsius after 24 hours. Fog was observed at isolated areas early this morning in line with previous forecasts. Light haze and fog is expected early tomorrow morning as well. Dry weather for the next 5 days. Maximum and minimum temperatures today 30 degrees Celsius and 19 degrees Celsius respectively. Mainly clear skies to turn cloudy toward the evening. Minimum temperatures expected to drop by 2 degrees Celsius after 24 hours. Fog expected early tomorrow morning. No weather and fishermen warnings issued so far. Bureau Report GOA365 with inputs from IMD.
With that, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. For more news and updates, log into our website www.goa365.tv. Follow us on Facebook GOA365TV and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel GOA365TV or download our app which is available on both Android and iPhones to watch all the latest news and updates on your mobile. Take care, stay safe and keep watching GOA365.